So I know your time is really tight. I'm going to jump right in. First, just so happy to have you here to talk about violence against women and girls, and to get your views on kind of some of the economic impacts of violence against women and girls. So maybe we'll just start with that question.
This is a very good question to pose to the World Bank. For many, many years, even before the topic of women empowerment, dealing with the risks for girls and women was not so dominant, we were doing a lot of work on why gender equality is good economics. And the evidence is absolutely clear. When girls and women have their rights respected, when they have the resources to do what is right for them, they're better off, their families are better off, their communities, their countries are much better off. We just finished a report that asked a question. If human capital is the biggest value that we have, what is the loss that we incur by not valuing our girls and our women? And so here is the answer. The total wealth of the world is $1,123 trillion. Wow. This is the physical capital, this building, roads, factories, the natural capital, land, water, forest, and the human capital of the planet. 2/3 of this 1,123 trillions is people. And if there was gender equality, this wealth of the planet would have been $160 trillion bigger. I cannot even imagine a number so big. But that is what we lose because women do not always work. When they work, they're paid less than men. Shame on us.
This data is staggering, to be honest. And if it's so conclusive, if we know that investing in women and girls is just good economics, why is there such a massive funding gap for the issues that are most critical for women and girls, maternal health, addressing violence?
In my view, there are two reasons. One, we have not been persistent enough to make the invisible visible, to make that loss that occurs every single day visible for the public eye. So we at the World Bank are now doing all we can to make the invisible visible. And two, because we have been tolerant for injustice. Good people have been quiet. And when good people are quiet, bad things happen. So our call is to all good people speak up.
I'm not going to forget that. That's an amazing, when good people are silent. So what can we have the conclusive data, we know this funding gap exists, and we are trying through incredible investments by the World Bank, I have to say, through the Spotlight Initiative. So what are the things that we as a society can do to make a dent in ending violence against women and girls?
Obviously, we have to put our money where our mouth is. In other words, we have to invest in the safety of mothers to give birth to children. It cannot be in the 21st century we go in space, but people watch how women die at childbirth because of lack of medical facilities. This is just not acceptable. We have to invest very seriously in girls' education, not only for girls to start school, but to stay there, to learn, and to have skills that the market actually is looking for. At the bank, we fund many projects that are oriented towards giving girls and young women marketable skills. And marketable skills in professions that are not normally associated with women, because what is wrong for a woman to be a truck driver? There is no reason for that not to be the case. And then 3, making sure that women who would like to start a business and run a business are treated equally. We created a very massive program. We call it WeFi, Women Financial Initiative, that takes $340 million of donor money, with which we are crowding in, we hope, at least $5 to $7 billion of private investments. We just got our first $120 million projects approved, and it is $1 billion or more that it would generate in the hands of women. And when women have the financial resources and the support with management training, they're actually fabulous entrepreneurs. Another of our studies says that women in the hard sectors, when they are running businesses, their businesses perform better than those of businesses run by men.
So I just really want to appreciate the time you've given. I want to appreciate the work of the World Bank. You've really been at the vanguard in many initiatives to address violence against women and girls. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your excellent data and your knowledge. And I appreciate your engagement with Spotlight as well.
Thank you. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. Here, the Spotlight initiative is probably the most important investment that my former home, the European Commission, is making, because when the invisible is visible, we act.
Thank you.
Thank you.